welcome to Rises Question Time with me, Mr. Nolan. Today we're going to be discussing the topic, is religion out of date in today's society? Our first speaker is Leon.
Religion is out of date in today's society because it is an individual's way of justifying their behaviour if they commit a crime. Religion is just another excuse to declare war. For example, the Islamic State, ISIS. This group performed terrorist attacks, claiming that they were told to do it by their god Allah, although this is completely false. Nowhere does it say in the Quran that war is acceptable. The Islamic State killed innocent individuals, as does many other religious extremists, but it says in one of the 10 rules of Islamic war is that do not kill any child, any woman, or any elder or sick person, but in many cases this rule has been broken.
And now I present Ryan, the East Point.
Religion has always been around since the beginning of the world. People like to believe in a god or spirituality. Yes, religion has caused wars, but you cannot really blame the religion itself. Only some of the people that follow that religion. Statistics show that 99.9% of Muslims are peaceful, non-extremist. My point here is you cannot blame the religion itself, only the sadistic and psychopathic people that use that religion as an excuse to kill people. For example, take Islam. The Quran tells people to make peace and not to kill anyone that are not part of that religion. There are also Christian terrorists. The IRA, yes, some religions limit what you do as a person, such as Islam and Sharia law, and Christianity and anti-homosexual protest. However, I am sure not all of the people in that religion follow these exact rules.
Yeah.
Certain religions were the main causes of war for thousands of years, and this is due to extremists within a religion who want to intimidate vulnerable targets like the elderly, young adults and children who can be brainwashed into performing terrorist acts to put fear into the strong people of the world. Religion slowly breaks down a country by bombings, mass shootings and beheadings in the street. Many religions perform these barbaric and wild things to gain a reputation to try and make people believe that they will take control and convert everyone into that specific religion. People are held hostage for weeks, months, or even years by these extremists and then brutally murdered. This is purely for spreading fear to meet their agenda.
Religion also promotes moral values. Most religions believe in honesty, loyalty, kindness, trust and fairness. Religion instructs people to do good things. For example, Christians have the 10 Commandments. Some people do not know right from wrong or good from bad. Religion helps people to make these decisions. The definition of morality is principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong or good and bad behaviour. Religion helps people to decide on these decisions. While it is not necessary for one to believe in religion to have good morals, regardless of one's religion, belief on a religion, all of them promote being honest.
Religious individuals have their own laws which they follow, and they do not necessarily follow national laws which are expected to be abided by without questioning. Maybe hundreds or thousands of years ago, religious people may have been able to manipulate the government into making laws and acceptations, but only a minority of countries are corrupt nowadays, and this is why religions use war to gain power in the poor and corrupt countries to face up to the less vulnerable countries around the world.
Religion puts moral values into war as well. The just war theory is something that Catholics follow. The just war doctrine states the damage inflicted by the aggressor on the nation or community of nations must be lasting, grave and certain. This is basically saying you cannot start a war or go to war if no one is harming your country. Also, the damage they are causing must be lasting, critical and definite. One cannot simply go to war to expand one's sphere of influence, gain new territory, subjugate peoples or obtain wealth. One must go to war to counter aggression.
Muslims have various strict rules, and one of them is a serious security threat, and this is Muslim women wearing the burqa. This rule is accepted in many countries, but it is a serious problem dealing with crime, like terrorist attacks. This is a part of the Islamic law, but links into religion. Muslim men think that they should wear a burqa because no other man should look at his wife the way he does, and if religions didn't exist, then there wouldn't be such a security threat within a country, because even Muslim men use this form of clothing whilst they kill a non-Muslim man or woman, as it states in the Islamic rules, do not kill any child or woman or any elder or sick person. No God would wish death upon innocent people, so why do religious people who follow a religion use their God and religion as an excuse to perform terrorist attacks and commit such absurd crimes?
The just war theory also states non-combatants, wounded soldiers and prisoners must be respected and treated humanely. Actions deliberately contrary to the law of nations and to its universal principles are crimes, as are the orders that command such actions. Blind obedience does not suffice to excuse those who carry them out. Lust, the extermination of a people, nation or ethnic minority must be condemned as a mortal sin. One is morally bound to resist orders that command genocide. This is stating that civilians not in the conflict, wounded soldiers and prisoners must be treated like human beings. The Nazis are a great example of blind obedience. Hitler ordered them to carry out executions, but if one believes that if one receives an order that they think is morally wrong, then one should not carry that order out.
Religions seek power, and they seek power by using violence. They perform terrorist attacks. Some religions brainwash people into thinking that murder is a request by God, and by doing these tragic things will make the world a better place. In reality, it causes many wars that no one will benefit from. Religion is meant to help people find a belief that will guide them down the right path in life, but nowadays it is really quite rare. Religions make promises to us all and have persuasive ways of intriguing young people to follow a religion, and sooner or later that individual will either be a killer or killed. So many lives have been taken because of religion, and if religion were to be abolished, it may prevent the future generations of young people becoming exposed to the atrocious and barbaric acts that happen in the state. I'd like to point out that Nazis won a religion.
Yes, so atheists.
Hell yeah.
Carry out those executions, and if they believe it's wrong, then they shouldn't carry it out, should they?
Do you have points to make one?
I have one.
We'll come to questions.
Religion indoctrination.
Are you guys finished with your points?
Yes.
Well, now to open up the questions to the audience. Does anyone have any questions for our... Yes, Miss Martin?
My question is, you spoke about the burqa, and how would you ask religions to address that point? Obviously, if you assimilate into a different country, then I believe that you said in your speech that they should assimilate and not wear the burqa, because that's the cultural society. How would you address that within a religion? What do you think they should do to stop that happening? Because you said that the people shouldn't wear burqas in different countries. How would you ask the religion to address that?
Do you think they should change their views? Do you think they should, because obviously it's part of their religion,
Yeah,
do you think it should remain part of the religion?
They should go to an extent, but they shouldn't cover up their whole face because it's a security threat, because you can't even walk into a shop with a helmet, like a bike helmet on, so why should they be allowed to walk in the shop with like cloth on their face?
Is it part of their religion though? Or is it part of their culture?
It's part of their culture and religion. It's linked.
It's more culture, isn't it?
It's more culture than religion. It's not actually wrong to do it. So it's part of their cultures. So if you assimilate into a different country, do you think they should assimilate fully and adopt our cultures and drop their own?
They don't need to drop their own cultures.
That would be one
They
culture they
they
would
need
need
to
to
respect
wouldn't it?
our-
they need to
Yeah.
respect the surroundings which they're in. If we go to, I don't know, if we go to a Middle Eastern country and walk
Yeah.
around hand in hand, snogging our husbands in bikinis, we get put in prison.
Absolutely.
So I think Leon's absolutely right. People should respect the surroundings that they are in.
So
If
how
that
do you-
means
how do you
adapting
address
their
that?
religion and culture, then they should
How do
do
you
that.
address that as a country then? What do we need to do as a country to stop that happening? Because it is a terrorist threat, it is a culture, not a religion. So how do we need to address that as a country, as Great Britain? What do we
So
need
for
to
example,
do?
I think France have banned the burqa, haven't
Yeah,
they?
they
Pass
So-
the law in Parliament.
So do you think we should go as far as that as to ban burqa?
Yeah, because if they don't follow by our rules, why would you want to come to our country?
And what's your view on that one?
Well, I think if they want to wear a burqa, they have a free right to wear a burqa. But I do agree with what Star's saying with the security threats. I mean, we're not allowed to walk in a shop with a balaclava on our heads. But I think they should be allowed to wear it in certain places and then take it off before entering a building or something.
Yeah, what anyone does in their home, surely it's up to them. Not
Yeah.
around a public space. It's not. You can wear a balaclava in your bedroom. No one's going to stop you.
So on a similar matter, in many mainstream schools, you're not allowed to wear jewellery to school. However, there's been a lot of media coverage of children who want to wear a cross as a religious symbol, and that's been permitted. Why should it be one rule for one and one for another?
Well, you shouldn't be allowed, if they said no jewellery, then there's no jewellery. Or just because it has like a religious symbol, it doesn't mean it's allowed. Because it's to do with religion, doesn't mean you can suddenly wear it.
What do you feel, Ryan? Do you feel they should still have the opportunity to wear those religious symbols?
Yes, because it's their religion, it's what they believe in, and they are allowed to wear religious jewellery.
But part of Leon's argument is that it poses a security threat. And forgive me, but I cannot see how a cross, a small cross on a gold chain, poses a security threat, Mrs. Mann. Unless it's a huge cross that we're going to smack them over the head with.
However, I believe the reason for the no jewellery rule is a health and safety issue. So if it's a health and safety issue, why should a cross be exempt from the health and safety rules?
But how is it a health and safety issue? You can easily take jewellery off.
I agree with you, however schools would say that wearing jewellery is health and safety because they could get hurt.
And that way, we're entering into the realms of ridiculous rules that mainstream schools have, and that's a whole other debate.
I think a key thing for me throughout those statements was the theme of violence and war. Does anyone have any questions linked to that?
Would you say that all wars throughout history have been ultimately due to religion?
No, I didn't say that. I said
Oh.
thousands of years, like, majority of religions have caused war and conflict.
Or do you think it is, and I think you spoke about it, it's people saying that they disguise themselves under the banner of religion to give them a point to actually do something that they realise is completely inhumane?
A lot of it's about control and power, and they use religion to exert that power.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us for the Romans' question time. Can we have, please, have a round of applause for our